Good morning, and wait a second. Has the camera been facing that way the entire time? Anyway, the new age of gaming is upon us, and they can play amazing, beautiful looking games sometimes. Since these consoles have such a great, vast library of 7 games, you know what that means. I bought a doorstop! And it plays Sonic. So Sonic Spinball was released in a weird time for Sonic when they said, it's November 1993, let's milk a series. That's just uncalled for, Sonic team. These are each relatively quality games, but still, that's really milking 1 month. But despite all odds, they made one of the most legendary games in the series. A pinball game! But before we actually talk about the game, I have an idea. So I was gonna play the demo of the game on the CRT TV behind me, but then I realized these TVs make an ungodly whistle every single time they're on, so I have a better idea. So just like cut to me back at the chair, like saying something funny, like I just snapped this into existence. Sonic. In this game, you basically just play pinball, but there's a fun Sonic spin on the regular pinball style. For one, you can control Sonic while he's in the air, making it so you can influence the physics of your ball. This gives a little bit of strategy to it, but I'm still gonna die anyway. Also, these are actual levels. You get all the emeralds and then you move on to a boss. Once you beat the boss, it's on to the next level. It's like a real game, but it's just pinball at the same time. What is this game? Oh, so the first level is Toxic Caves, which is much smaller and easier than all the other levels. It teaches you what to do in the game without needing to hold your hand through it. And also, oh yeah, the music! This game has great music through and through, and that is what made me not go insane while trying to beat this game. Also, I'll just get this out of the way now. All of the bosses are very similar, so I won't really talk in depth about them. Especially because actually beating these levels was a nightmare to attempt while recording because I had a full second of latency. Anyway, the next level is Lava Powerhouse, and this level is also great, but much more difficult. Yet, it's still very doable. It has a nice desert theme and still amazing music, but remember one big lesson from this level. Lava always kills you. Keep that in mind while we proceed. The next level is the bane of my existence, also known as the machine. It's gross. So think of all of the great level design in the rest of the game, and throw that all out of the window, because here's a level that never lets you know where you need to go, and is also really cramped at the same time. But it does have one singular redeeming quality. It has good music. Big surprise, but you can also say that about Labyrinth Zone in Sonic 1, so maybe my praises run short on this level. The final level is Showdown, and you may be thinking, final level? Why, thank you for asking, representation of someone watching that was actually just me wanting to complain about how this only has 4 levels. When you're playing, it doesn't really matter, considering a playthrough takes about as long as a fully fleshed out Sonic game such as Sonic 2, but it's still kinda disappointing. It seems more like a proof of concept than an actual fully fledged game. When a fourth of your game is the machine, it really makes you question its existence. For example, the other Sonic spin-off being released at the time was Mean Bean Machine. It's more arcadey than Sonic Spinball, but it's just a westernized version of Puyo Puyo 2. Do you really think America could have handled Carbuncle? Of course not, we need a blue hedgehog. Anyway, Mean Bean Machine was much shorter than this game, but it also wasn't trying to be a bigger game than it is like Spinball. Anyway, thus concludes my short little rant about how Puyo Puyo is much cooler than hedgehogs. America is just bad. So back to talking about Showdown. It's a great last level. Not super difficult, but not so easy it makes me want to sleep. The final boss is just a longer version of all the other ones. How can a game be so fun yet so predictable? There's nothing that changes over the course of the game. You just go from level to level. So kinda like a Sonic game. I don't really know what I'm complaining about, considering it's a fun game. There are much worse things on the Genesis and the Sonic series in general. So with all that said, it's a 34 out of 39. I'm very happy with my experience. Any game that gives me a video should... Alright then. Any game that gives me a video I should look at with at least a little respect. Don't hold that against me when I start looking at dumpster fires of games. Anyway, this game is great, but maybe not something to hack your 3DS over. I just had to, look at this background.